Hello, my name is Johnathan Dixon,
And my name is Kohrissa Joseph.
and we welcome you to the next edition of What Really Happened.
My theme in life is that I need someone to catch me when I fall. And you're the only one that answers every time I call. Your love protects me like no other. We can't be without each other. There can never be another one. Yeah. Ain't nobody change my feelings for you. And you are the only one. You're the only one.
Hello. Today, we will be finding out what really happened in the lives of two very important people.
Both Bible characters, one from the New Testament and one from the Old Testament. Now, neither of them had ordinary enough lives, but both of them remain examples for us all.
The first person is known as the widow with the 2 pennies. You know, she is rumored to be one of the most stingy people in Bible history. You know, John, I did not believe this at first. So, I decided to go around asking people what they knew about this woman.
I'm curious, Kohrissa, how did that go?
Well, let's look at the clip and see. So, Ryan, what do you know about the woman with the 2 pennies?
Honestly, I really don't know anything about her.
Nothing about her.
Nothing.
So, James, what do you know about the widow with the 2 mites?
Oh, that woman? She was selfish and arrogant.
Well, they don't know. So, there's only one reliable source left.
Hello. I'm known as the widow with the 2 mites, or as you can say today, 2 pennies. You want to know what really happened to me? Well, I'm a widow, and therefore I didn't have a lot of money to support myself. One Sabbath, I found that I was down to my last 2 coins, and I knew that I had to give an offering at the temple that day, and I was quite worried. How would I be able to survive with putting my last 2 coins in the basket? But I knew that I could not dare rob God, so I went down to the temple, humbly placed my last 2 coins in the temple's offering box. I did not give my 2 coins because I was stingy and I had more at home. In fact, I gave all that I had. Little though it may have been, Jesus himself recognized me for that.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
She's nothing like what I expected.
I knew a poor old widow couldn't be that bad.
Wow. You know, she kind of reminds me of you.
Really?
Yeah, but anyway, let's move on to our next character. He is none other than the well-known Nehemiah. Now, what's interesting is that no one really knows what he did. So I went around and asked some people to see what they knew. Check out these clips. Hello, ma'am. I have a quick question I'd like to ask you. Do you know anything about the man they call Nehemiah?
Nehemiah? Wasn't he some type of soldier or something?
Something like that. Alright, excuse me, sir.
Yes, John.
Do you know anything about the man they call Nehemiah in the Bible?
I know absolutely nothing about Nehemiah.
Really?
Nothing.
Alright. Okay, excuse me, ma'am. I was wondering, do you know anything about the man named Nehemiah?
Yeah, Nehemiah. He was a fisherman.
Oh, fisherman. Okay. So I guess we're going back to the source. Hello, my name is Nehemiah, and this is what really happened. It was in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes. I was his cupbearer at the time. When news came to our country that my hometown of Jerusalem had been destroyed, obliterated. Now, like I said, this wasn't just a city. This was my hometown. This was where I was born. This is where I grew up, where my dad grew up, where my great-grandfather grew up. So when I got the news, I was sad. Words could not even express how sad I was. So that day I went to the king to bring him his drink, and he noticed that I was sad because he'd never seen me sad before. And he asked me, why do you look so sad? And I told him, my king, my home is destroyed. All that I remember is gone. Why should I not look sad? And the king asked me, what is it that you want? And I had to pause for a second before answering, because I knew what I wanted. I wanted to go back and rebuild my country so that it could be great again, to like it once was. The great Jerusalem with golden temples and all of that. So I asked the king, I told the king that. And because he found favor in me, he respected me. He actually granted that wish. He said that I will be able to go. He was allowing me. And I could leave whenever I wanted. I just had to be back sometime within the next year. And so, before he allowed me to go, I asked for 2 requests. First, I asked that he allow the neighboring country from the north to send guards to protect me, because we were surrounded by enemies. The Persian country that we're in, and Jerusalem. It was bandits, everything in between. I also asked that he ask the country at the east for wood, lumber, tools, supplies like that, and he granted it. So I was glad for that. So I made my journey over there, and when I got there, I was surprised, because instead of seeing people working and picking up stones and moving it and organizing the place, there was just citizens sitting in rubble. And I was so confused. I spoke out against them. I was like, why would you be sitting in the rubble when this is your hometown, when you have the ability to rebuild it to something greater than it ever was? Or at least just get it in order. Some person, I don't remember, some person asked, well, if you know what to do, why don't you lead us? And so I took that job. I became the leader of the Jerusalem at that time. Now, building was all going smooth. We'd already started, sent some families to work on the north gate, some family work on the east gate. It was all, it was all good. But then I got a letter, and this letter was from an enemy country. But it was strange. It was asking that I join them for some just hospitality, that I come visit their country for about a week and just enjoy myself. But of course, no, I didn't believe that. I knew they wanted to kill me, because at that time, Jerusalem was beginning to become a threat. They saw the walls being built up. They saw people populating it. They saw they wanted to get rid of it. So I sent the letter expecting me to come. But I sent a letter back in reply saying that I can't go because if I leave now, all my work will be in vain. So 3 times they sent me that same letter, and same time I sent the same reply. I can't come. But then they sent a 4th letter, and this 4th letter wasn't of hospitality, it was of hostility. They were threatening to bring their army over and destroy all that we had done, break us back down to the starting point, back to the base ground. And I couldn't allow that. So I told the workers that Well, first and foremost, I told the soldiers they would all take shifts. They would sleep around the gate, or in the gate, but around it. And they'd always sleep with a weapon across their chest. And as for workers, they had their tool in one hand, and then they had a weapon in the other, just for protection. Even mothers, I'm sorry, but even the mothers had to carry tools because we were so open to attack. If we were to be attacked, we would be destroyed. So I pray to God, this is your country. These are your people. I know you have a plan for them. You have a plan for your city. You will not let it go destroyed. And you have a plan for me. You will not allow me to be destroyed by these heathen people. So, an attack didn't come. The attack never came. As weak as we were, they never attacked us. And though we kept building the country, building up, making it better and better and better, and importing wood and trees and gold and ivory and all these things, no one attacked us. No one stopped us. It was as if there was some kind of just a barrier just stopping them from doing it. And we finished that city. We finished Jerusalem. We restored it to its former glory, to its former greatness. But we could have never done it without God's help. Now this is what really happened. Well, that concludes our show.
And we do hope that you have a pleasant time until our next show.
This was Johnathan Dixon.
And Kohrissa Joseph.
Signing off.
When I look back over my life and all the times you brought me through, I just want to say, Father, thank you.
When I was lonely,